Alright, hello people. This is going to be the second part to the last video I just submitted. And this will be essentially just kind of showing the damage difference between the majority of these guns here and also the Mariner and the Loadout that I mentioned in the last video. So without further ado, let's begin. To just kind of quickly start us off, what I'm going to go ahead and do is set up the Mariner first and do that. So essentially, the Mariner, or the specific Mariner loadout that you would want is something like this. If you don't have it, then 3 damage and dual shell. As you can see, I do 1.5k. If I was to remove the slug rounds, that adds a good bit of damage to it. Now, this is the tweak, and this is going to be showcased in body and headshots. If I can actually aim properly. Alright, well, let me redo that. This will be body. Gotta pull 55k for body with that right there. And then these will be headshots. $83k as opposed to something else. If I was to remove this damage, exchange it out with slug, instead of the earlier damage, it would be this. 1.6k per single pellet, 70k. For headshots, 25k, 99k. And if I add a slug, I do a total of 2.2k. So for body, I'll be 2.2. That'll be 80k. And then for headshot, 3.3k. 122k. Pretty good. Definitely, the Mariner is arguably one of the still relevant shotguns in the game. 100%. It's by no mean bad. Like, it's a really good weapon. It's really handy to have. If you're low level who has it, keep it. Don't get rid of it. I never got rid of mine, and that's the one that I've had since I got it from Vexaron. And yes, a little bit of uh, a little bit of history. The Mariner used to be from Vexaron, which you can locate at the WD Underground community, or Underbridge community. I always call it Underground. Now, to start off with my main weapons, the pistol, or rather revolver. However you want to call it, the Raging Bull 4554, or revolver, however you want to say it. I do 11k per damage per body. It does 89.501 for just pure body shots, and if I was able to hit successive headshots, 156. For my M9, 2.7k, 41k, which is pretty good, and then 6.2 for headshot. being 94. Now, a lot of people really do doubt the M9, but as you can see, it's a really good weapon. It's just people's preference, and I respect that. Now, the only mod that I'm going to be showcasing is these four right here, and the Skullcracker. I'm going to just hit this with headshots. Or rather, no. I'll just hit it with body. Actually, you know what? I need to restart because I messed up. Pure body shots. 69.9K. That is without Skullcracker. I'm also surprised it didn't load. Uh, oh, that's interesting. I'll keep that in mind. As opposed to headshots. I mean, it's a good difference, but the only real thing that I would like to just mention with the my current loadout here is that you can mix it with Frostbite, as I said in the last video, and it really makes it a stronger weapon and it hits harder. So that's good. I mean, that's good, but actually, since I have access to this right now, I'm gonna go ahead and showcase the difference between the slugs and why I prefer the slugs over another damage. This is body. I'll let it do its thing. 238k excluding crits, and then just pure headshots. 5.2k. 330k. Pretty solid. Now, now to I do this. As you can see, I do, I guess, less damage, like far less, as you can see right here. I do 3.1k for headshots, 408k, and I do 2k per body. Oops, let me redo that. I thought it went away. 3.18. And that was the difference between this for this. The reason being is due to it only shooting 3 in exchange for more. However, this actually allows for more damage overall and a more of a closed fire rate. Now the shotgun Deadeye is a good addition, but really what you would want is a sniper shotgun. That's the same thing that you see with a Marner with the slug rounds. It's basically a sniper rifle. Now, the Desolator doesn't exactly have, it doesn't, well, I mean, it doesn't really click with the ensign rounds when I'm shooting this, so it's not really showable. But I can definitely show it with a boss later on. The same goes for the flamethrower or Flammenwerfer. I mean, as you can see, if I just do a full clip, it it doesn't matter if it's a head or body. This doesn't really have headshots. But 41 for 50, which is pretty good. And then, as I showed you my bow in the last video, these are the tweaks. So these are the tweaks for this, uh, for this, for this, and this. And of course, this. Now back to the bow. Um, I've seen people prefer ricochet. I personally don't like it, but whoops. The bow is hard to really judge. It's a really good weapon. 54k body or a headshot, and then 41k head or just body. I'm tired. I'm sorry. It's a good weapon overall. Definitely one that I would actually prefer. Although I do not really use it, I prefer to use my Rec 21. It still is a really good weapon. And also, what you can do is actually mix it with other mods. It can either be the Incense rounds or just whatever. Incense, Frostbite, etc., etc. Now for the rocket launcher. It is 21k per single shot. This is my economical AT4. Well, so go behind and just kind of spam it down. Just kind of rapid clicking. For all those rockets, which mind you it has explosive radius, it has 654,000 per 32 rockets, which is not bad. Now, I guess what you can do is remove explosive radius and put another damage. Just kind of differentiate with that. But I already showed the M9. Now it's time to show this. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna upgrade caliber or damage rev. Might as well since I have the perks to do so. 150. Boom. No, no, that is not what I want to do. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade that. Might as well. And I'll upgrade damage caliber. This hurts. This hurts my perks, but it's fine. I'll live. Oh wow, I actually have more than what I thought I was gonna end off with. Perfect. Now let me. Okay, so for the damage rev and damage caliber, what you could do is remove this and this. In exchange, add the damage caliber and damage rev. Now I'm gonna just show you. This is how slow it shoots. But honestly, I actually prefer this because I do 2,500 additional damage with the additional 2,000 here with the fire rate increased by 40. And if I was to remove that, it would shoot hella slow. And then damage rep, which increases it over time. That was just headshots. I missed a shot, but that's fine. Do know I don't always reload my weapons, so I prefer to use damage rev. But the one missed shot was 223,000. So 223,000 versus 228. So that's about a 5k difference. And this is how much my gun does. Plus all of his shit. And you know something else? if I was to actually remove the ammo capacity and I put on the crit multiplier, hmm, the thing is, I have enough ammo in my gun already, plus the additional ammo capacity right here, so that what you saw before easily can be surpassed. So 291k for just body shots. Now it's time for the headshots. And do know all these are RNG based for crits. That's almost 300k just with 28 bullets. Hmm, it's pretty strong. However, although crit multiplier is good, what you would want and rather have is uh, you would want ammo capacity. So that was that. Fun and really an eye opener to just how strong really some weapons are. Oh, that's full. Also, if you're ever just wondering why the hell I have all this, I have this in here as just kind of like storage. Nothing in particular. And, oh, sorry about that. My mic wasn't picking that up. As I was saying, uh, each mod that is here in each showed gun or whatever you want. Gun mod loadout. There we go. Whatever gun mod loadout that you see here can easily be changed around, like this Vector X setup or this SR. It's all up to you. It's up to what you prefer. However, I would definitely suggest seeing what you like most before letting others kind of just tell you what to choose. Like, I found that I like Deadeye, so I like Deadeye. I'm fine with 3 bullets or three pellets. I'm fine with that. That worked out perfectly fine by me. And just kind of like stuff like that. Now for actually, I should also showcase the armor sets. So basically, what you want to do, and I also have these just have this. So we have these three right here. Uh, Personally, I just like to have an additional here because I like 7, but I also wanted to have one that's maxed out. You need a certain amount. And then of course you have this, which fun fact about this, if I go ahead and go into the other place right here, as you can see this, if you have arm wraps and the leather gloves, what you can do is add the additional um, gloves on the melee stamina here and get up to like 500 because it goes over the Vex gloves and everything else. This is my preference. I don't really prefer anything over what I have now. I used to have military boots. I don't know where they went in this slot, but I exchanged it for the guitar, which why not? And just this is basically what I run with. Uh, here's this. Here's this additional, this, this, and of course this. The current best armor in the game is differentiated between the high vis jacket and the scrap armor. Personally, I prefer the scrap armor because if you check it out, it does -8 Celsius. That has 4, this has 4, and then this has no. Basically, I'm at 0 Celsius all the time. Um, between 10 to 40 degrees. See, here's the thing. Choosing to have these 4 items in perfect synchrony actually makes it to where you don't like overheat. And then I'm pretty sure you've noticed that if I go ahead and show this, I have the Onyx Hound hoodie. A little bit of a thing with that. If I go ahead and I go to this, no, not this. If I go to here and I press E, or if I right click and do this, what I can do is essentially customize my avatar to any shirt item, even a high visibility jacket, which is cool. Hmm. Now, let me go back to Onyx Hound. Actually, no. I've been rocking that for a while. I'm gonna do this. Now, the same can be done for this. No, not our favorite niche. Favorite show. As you see, I have the Onyx Hound hoodie as my preference. So if I do this, like if I do this, I could change it to any one of these that I want. Lo and behold, the white green sand hat, boom. I also have my night vision as the skull mask, so I can rock this. And yeah, also I see that the avatar kind of bugs out with these, or not avatar, but the lab coat. So, uh, preference that I have seen some people talk about is these. These are considered as pants. The thing is, there's only a few pants in the game, funny enough, and the Merc knee pads kind of register under that. However, this is a belt. Personally, I would prefer that this, instead of pants, was belt, but not much that you can do about that. And another thing, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that I have the time in my top left-hand corner, but I have the watch just kind of chilling in here. Well, fun fact, the watch is oddly enough able to be utilized outside of the stuff, or outside of your inventory. Like it can be put into the wardrobe, and I think it can also be put into your warehouse. No, okay. Oh yeah, you can also see right here. You can barely read it, but it says your Celsius and the environment Celsius. If I remove that, it's just at a perfect 25. From outside, 25. I don't overheat, and I don't need to cool down. So just a neat little thing with that. Uh, Go to wardrobe, and then let me. Well, that's really about it. I mean, if you think about it, at least. Well, if there is something that you aren't really sure about, please let me know and just kind of leave it down in the comments below. I'll answer it. And yeah, I'll go ahead and see y'all later on. Have a good day, people, and stay safe out there. Peace.